After many interruptions, I finally actually got to record this video, and I apologize. I rushed through it really fast. So if you have any questions, please put them down below. I love you guys. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to the budgeting edition. Grandma Prepper here. I have been at my dining room table for the last half an hour trying to figure things out, and I'm going to show you how I do that. I tried using my tripod for this video and it is not working, so we're just going to do it by hand. I apologize for all the shaking. Tax stocks, see this pocket here? Anything tax related just goes into this pocket throughout the year. That way, when it's time to fill in all the blanks with all my taxes, for my deductions, for what have you, all of that information is here. Then we move, oops, I'm sorry. Then within the folder, it has these pages, and every page has a pocket, front and back. And each pocket gets a different month. This is January, or excuse me, this is April. So all my bills, my receipts, and, important documents go in there. And when the bills come in, I write down the day that they're due and how much they are. And then I get a really good overview of what my bills are. Then I have a worksheet. Oh, by the way, this calendar that I use for my bills, it's just a DollarTree find. They cost $1 every year, and now $1.25 because the cost went up. And they're great because over here in the notes, when the month of May is done, I will write down my mortgage and my loan balances that I paid after the payments are due and the new interest applies. I will have a new balance for each of those. So we're going to get to the actual monthly bills. So my worksheets, it's just a spiral notebook that I got at Walmart. I bought a box of them years ago when they were on sale for for back to school sales. And one page is 1 month. So this is May. This will be June. And February through April are behind. And these worksheets, I just tear them off and include them in this notebook so that I keep track of what I paid when and for what purpose. So here we have May. I have the household bills first, and they total $1593.23. But the reason for that is because in May is when my car insurance is due, and I pay for 6 months. $924.60 is a lot of money. I get that. I understand that. But that's because I have accidents on my record. Then over here are my credit cards. Now, Costco is actually add $3,500 to that, and that's what my balance is for my credit cards. But what I'm paying is the $537.52, and the $3,500 that I'm not paying this month, that is actually the roof repair. And I have this loan, this personal loan, that the payment is astronomical. I know, but I took out a $50,000 loan with a 2-year payback, so my monthly payments are darn near $2,200 a month. But I'm paying more like $4,000, $5,000 every month, and so I only owe a little over $8,000 right now. And this is only the middle of April, so I'll have that paid off in 2 months from now, and maybe one more paycheck. I don't know, we'll see. My mortgage, that loan and the combination of those two is $38.60.23. So I look at how much my house bills are, how much my loans are, how much my credit card that I'm paying is. Mind you, I don't have any balances on any other credit cards. If I did, they would be paid in full. And normally Costco is paid in full too, but I just had that roof repair done. And the total bills for this month is darn near $6,000. $5,991.01. And we're going to come over here and look at my income. Now, I know I have 2 paychecks for April and 2 paychecks in May in this worksheet, but that is because I take half of my income from April and half of my income from May to pay June's bills. Well, I'm not doing that right this second because my pay dates changed. It used to be that for what it says here, IP would normally say April 15th, and where it says May 6th would normally say May 1st. But I am now being paid every 2 weeks, and the one paycheck is not going to cover my mortgage anymore. So it used to be on the 15th or the 16th, excuse me, the 16th of every month I paid my mortgage, and the money from that paycheck, I would have to take a couple hundred extra dollars to make my payment for my mortgage. And then I'm paid every other week with my other job. That AG stands for agency. And my next pay period is April 29th. And that would pay that would pay my personal loan. And the little bit extra from, see here, you'll see that rental income is $1,000. So between the rental income and my last paycheck for agency, that covers pretty much all my household bills, and it covers my loan, my personal loan. So then that gives me 2 paychecks to pay everything else. So if I have a balance on a credit card and whatever I'm going to send to my personal loan. So the total income for the month of, we're going to call this May, is $7,900. That's going to leave me $1,900 to pay SoFi as an extra payment. So May 13th, whatever I have left over is going to go to SoFi on May 13th. And the circle and the square, you'll see that IP has squares, and AG, so independent provider, and agency have squares and circles. And then I can look on my calendar. Well, that's a square, so that's an independent provider. So I know that that paycheck is only going to be about $1,500. And the one that is a circle, well, the minimum I'm getting paid right now on that is $2,000. So $1,500 and $2,000. Now, for my agency, I am scheduled a little over 40 hours a week. So I have overtime Monday through Friday. Sometimes, maybe 11 hours a week. Sometimes it's 12 and 13 hours a week. Plus I work on Sundays. So depending on how many days I work, or excuse me, how many hours that week I work, between the 2 weeks I add that up, and I come real close to what I'm making per pay period for my agency job. And we're only having 10 days on a pay period with my other job. That's about $1,500, $1,400, somewhere in there. I don't know how they do the taxes and stuff. It's supposed to be the same across the board, but it's new employer, but all the work is the same, all the pay is the same, everything is identical except for who pays me and whatever system that they're using for taxes and deductions and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give it a couple of paychecks to see what I'm getting, and we'll go from there. And right now, for both of these jobs, I'm getting the COVID hazard pay. So we'll see, and that changes in a couple months. The July 15th, I will no longer be seeing that COVID pay on my paychecks because we're only getting the hazard pay until June 30th. So we'll see how that goes. It's like $500 of income is what that ends up being every month. I'm going to miss that money. I'm going to be honest with you, but I am so glad that we are almost through this. The COVID fatigue is a real thing, and we need to get back to work, and we need to learn how to live with this illness and not spread it around to others, and just keep ourselves safe and live our lives and make our money and make sure that we are taking care of our families and our communities. So thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I will catch you in the next video, either yours or mine. Take care. Bye-bye.